Hi there, I'm your host Corinne, and this is Okay But Are You Good, where we check in on ourselves on a weekly basis to see how we're doing. Are we living our best lives, or are we just trying to get by? I say I've been happy and positive. I love it when I'm on the up, hate it when I'm not, but that's life, so we're gonna keep riding this positivity train. And one thing that's come across my mind lately is this the life I thought I'd be living? And not in a bad, negative way or regretful way, just to like, it's crazy how I've gotten to where I'm at right now, today, to this day, right? And nothing's wrong. I mean, I'm sure there's always something going on, right? But things are just different. I've made certain choices that I love that have led me to where I'm at. It's just, what if I went right instead of left, or made friends with these people instead of those, stuck to what I studied in school instead of doing the complete opposite, just like not a midlife crisis, but like life has turned out so differently and so how I expected it. And like, it's just kind of like mind, it's a little confusing and a little like, I just like thinking, just thoughts, whatever. I've just been replaying my past life. I've had people come and go, people that aren't with us anymore, people that are new in our lives. I just feel like people don't think or talk about this enough because we're so busy doing what we got to do. And I've touched about this of like how I thought my life would work out by the time I was 30, but this is a little bit different than that. It's more about like your hopes and your dreams and goals you had as a kid. And then now the reality hits of like, you're not doing what you went to school for. You're not talking to who you thought you'd be. You're not living where you thought you would be. And I totally mean this all in a positive light. I just think it's like fascinating of like how all the decisions we make lead us to where we're at today. And I picture life as a marathon. Yes, still talking about it. I will until I'm not, until the next hobby. But, life is like linear. For me, it's so focused. Sometimes it feels like the infinity sign, but, you're working towards making the right decision, hoping things are just going to fall into place and everything works out with how you planned. And that's not how life works. I think when I was like 10 years old talking to my best friend, Monica, I probably had all these hopes and dreams. I mean, in reality, we're just hanging out in her basement, watching YouTube and playing Spice Girls. No, we're just playing Totally Spies on the computer. So anyways, I've just been reflecting of like, wow, like all these small decisions, all these choices, opportunities, things out of my control. But anyways, when I look at my life now, I think about how all these moving parts got me to where I'm at today. And it's a mix of small choices, timing, opportunities, things out of our control that were working towards shaping me down the path I'm at. And it's just crazy. And like the best way of like, if I'd done certain things or made different choices, like I don't know if my life would still be where it's at today. Because every day, every year, month, whatever, all of it, we're working towards building our life. And I think lately I've been in like my feels about this a little bit because I had a really hard time. I just think about where my life was just a year ago and where I'm at now. And I just never thought I'd get out of that dark bubble. But I'm here and I've worked through what I've needed to work through, and I'm going to keep doing that. And I think too, like I've just been missing certain people in my life that I don't talk to anymore. I've been missing studying psychology. Like I really thought I was going to be a therapist, but I didn't want to go to school for it. And I didn't think it was the right time. And, I just miss helping people but I know you can help people in other ways. And I feel like I do help people, just not in the way I thought I'd be. I'm not saving lives out here, not helping people work through what they got to work through. as a therapist. And I think as well, I never thought like I'd be in LA right now. I joke, but not really, that like the lifelong goal is to live in New York, but I don't know how realistic that is, you know? And I think there's certain things, or at least for me, I've always known like, okay, I will end up in LA. I will take care of the family that needs help. I feel like I've been feeling like I'm running out of time lately. I mean, originally my life goal was to be a veterinarian because I love animals so much. And then again, probably don't want to go to school for it. I guess that's where I lack my motivation. I'm like the most productive but lazy person at the same time. It's the same with like so extroverted, but equally as introverted. I feel like they made up a new term for that, but I don't remember what it is. But certain decisions have led me to where I'm at. Where I went to school. I met my husband. I met all my best friends. I got to experience life in a beautiful 7x7 city. I miss it so much, San Francisco. And, but now I'm back in LA. I'm with my family at a time where I needed to be. And I feel like it is the right decision. I'm telling myself that so I don't regret it. But I think like I've only been 30 for like a couple months, but I'm like, I'm hitting that point where ideally you have kids in the next certain amount of years. And I'm like, I'm not ready yet. I still have so much to do. I have so many places to travel. And I guess that really is my main priority right now, which makes me feel like, yeah, you're not ready, babe. But I'm like, if I just had like another 10 years before I got to the point where like it's not where I want to have kids. And my cousin who's pregnant and she's like mid-30s, she's like regretting that she didn't start having kids earlier, or she just wished, maybe not regret is the right word. She just wished she had kids earlier. So I think that's why I'm like, oh my gosh, like if I made different decisions, like maybe I would have had kids earlier. But again, my husband and I are going down the path that works for us. And this is what we've wanted. And we joke about like, okay, like we'll just have to like work on our kids and have them be efficient travelers. But that's easier said than done, I imagine. So I think that's why I've been like kind of in my feels, because I'm young, but I feel so old and I feel like I'm running out of time. And yes, there's worse things. I know you don't got to remind me, but I just feel like it's crazy that I'm where I'm at in my life, and it's it's not where I thought it would be. But like I feel like half of it is not where I thought it'd be. I knew I'd be married to my mans and live where I'm living. Did I think I was going to have 3 cats? No, I thought I would have like 500 dogs, but I'm obsessed with my cat, so it's good. And I also thought I'd be seeing my friends all the time, and I'm not. And it's just like life has really hit me lately, but not in like a good way of like, okay, you got to learn and adapt and work through the hard things, because this is my life. This is the decisions I've made, the places I've gone, the people I've chosen to keep in my life, and me, and everything has led me to where I'm at right now. And I'm proud of that. I'm proud I graduated from school. I'm proud of where my career's at. And I'm proud I know that I'm a good person, And I'm really looking forward to the upcoming years. It's very uncertain of like which direction I'm going to go in. I just know right now, like my focus is myself and working on my mental health and traveling. I have a lot of really exciting upcoming trips, and I get to see my best friends from college at the end of the month. So I like can't wait just to like be back with our people. And, you could listen to this episode and just think like, okay, like, yeah, maybe my life isn't what I thought it would be, but that's not a negative thing. I think it's just taking a step back and understanding like this version of your life of like all your accomplishments and decisions that have gotten you to where you're at today. And like with that, I've been thinking like, okay, what has my path actually given me? What have you learned? Who have you become? Are you living the best version of yourself, or do you have things you got to work on? And what are you going to work towards in the next 5-10 years? I kind of don't love that question because we never know what's going to happen tomorrow, in a year, 5-10 years from now. But, you know, maybe set some goals for yourself. It was so easy. I feel like when you're growing up, you're going to get a job, go to school, do whatever worked for you. But now we're getting older, so those goals change. So like for me, I'm like, am I going to keep traveling, or am I going to raise a family? Am I going to keep going further in my career? Am I going to do nothing? Those are the questions that keep me up at night. So if your life isn't looking like how you imagined, or if it is, remember, you're not behind, you're on track. Things come and go as they need to. Decisions are made or they're not. Just know everything's a work in progress, and you are in charge of your life and the decisions you're going to make, because we can only control what? Ourselves. Yeah, buddy. Anyways, thank you so much for listening in. I'll catch you all next week. Don't forget to ask yourself, okay, but are you good? And make sure to like and subscribe. Bye, y'all.